Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope everyone's had a good Sunday evening and hope everyone's looking forward to the rest of this weekend in March 2023. First of all, do me a massive favour for me, hit the like button, hit the share button. Please subscribe to United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Remember to share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. Remember to always remember to put the notification bell on all times to receive dedicated brand new content planned for the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. So you will receive brand new Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23 Career Mode, Football Manager, more Fortnite, new Formula 1 game, more previews, more match reactions for the rest of 2023, right throughout the rest of this year on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner if you're new to the channel and the community. And welcome to your match reaction, basically. No words here to say that I am completely and utterly embarrassed, shocked, angry, frustrated, disappointed, but quite frankly, very, very fucked off, very, very pissed off. Manchester United conceding not just one, not just two, not just three, not just four, not just five, not just six, not just seven. Liverpool 7, Manchester United 0. Quite frankly, today, that club shows all of any ambition it's got. Basically shows that that football club doesn't care. Doesn't care about the fans, doesn't care about their supporters. And quite frankly, Erik ten Hag has been delivered a massive, massive fucking wake-up call to that absolutely abysmal performance from those Manchester United players. There is no words to describe how very angry I am at that team today. After a 40-minute spell of Manchester United being the better team, soon as Manchester United go 1-0 down, the heads drop, the players down tools, and yet again underline another manager that's got the potential to take this football club back to the top. Erik ten Hag must be scratching his head fucking thinking, what the fuck has happened in that second half? Because Manchester United were absolutely embarrassing, shocking, and quite frankly shit. Those players do not deserve any respect. They do not deserve their hand being held all the time for them. Those players do not deserve any more protection. I am done with half that team, half that squad, and half those players, yet again, have shown you to the world of football that they are not fucking good enough for this football club. Man United were absolutely fucking shambolic, and I am going to swear as much as I fucking want, because that today was quite frankly embarrassing to witness. Our team, our club, our football team getting ripped apart by Gakpo, Salah, Darwin Núñez, Diego Jota and Roberto Firmino. 7-0 at Anfield, something that's never been seen since the 1920s. And Manchester United have been utterly, pathetically embarrassed by a team that, quite frankly, couldn't defend their FA Cup, couldn't defend their Carabao Cup. And Man United have turned up today and shown you to the world that those players are too incompetent to defend their own game. Those players today have yet again underlined another manager that's got the potential to get this team back to where it needs to be. That manager today is not the problem. It's those pathetic crap and shit players that have down tools and basically thrown into the towel. Those players today should be, quite frankly, fucking embarrassed for the shambles they have shown today. You call them Manchester United players. You call them Manchester United footballers. They're an absolute fucking disgrace to the badge. They're a disgrace to the shirt. And quite frankly, those fans and supporters, I do not blame them walking out at 4-5-0 down, because the game was gone. The game was gone at 1-0 down. United knew there was no coming back. Erik ten Hag knew he wasn't going to get the team back on side. He knew those players are down tooled. He knew those players gave up. He knew those players basically showed him they're not capable of playing at the highest level. Bruno Fernandes, as a captain, demanding that he substitute so he avoids the embarrassment. I mean, put some perspective on Bruno Fernandes. Fucking grow a pair, you useless shit. I'm sorry. He's demanding that he gets substituted and is brought off. Maybe get the team winning and actually get a few goals back to actually give this fans and supporters something back for a ticket refund. Because I tell you what, that team today have shown you they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the supporters. That team's done. The team's finished. The team's bollocks. How can you go to Anfield and perform like that? How can you go to Anfield and deliver that? It's embarrassing. We've been absolutely annihilated. We've been absolutely smashed. We've been embarrassed by a Liverpool team that have been shit this league season and can't defend both of their cup competitions they won last season. The amount of banter this side is going to get now for this whole week coming. There are no positives out today. I'm sick and tired of player protection FC. You can't say this, you can't say that. Everybody is entitled to their view and their opinion. Stop protecting the football club. Stop protecting the players. They don't need the hand being held. They're not a school child. They're not still at school. We're not learning how to cross a fucking road. We're Manchester United players, and they're showing you today they can't capable enough. They are fucking bollocks. They're wank. They're absolutely shit. I did not see this coming today at Anfield. I expected Man United to go out there and get the win and deliver the 3 points. But to be annihilated 7-heaven from Liverpool, 7-0 away at Anfield, our biggest defeat since 1920. It could have been 8. It could have been 9. It easily could have been 10. That's how great Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp were. But the problem is, Man United are basically down tooling, which is typical Manchester United all over again. They'll go so far to the stretch of the season and then they'll give up. This is typical Man United. They don't give a shit about anyone except their egos. They want protection. They want protection on social media. I'm sorry. If they get protected tonight, I'm done. I am done with player protection. It's not fair. And it's for the fans and supporters. They're getting my man of the match today. Because I'll tell you what, all of those players today in the Man United shirt, they gave up on you. They gave up on winning. They didn't want to get a result. They didn't want to get the 3 points. They didn't want to try. None of those players tried today. They gave up as soon as they went 1-0 down. As soon as it was 1-0, those players decided, you know what, we don't need to try. We can't keep winning every game. We can't keep delivering what we want for you all the time. Well, maybe if you've got a good early goal and dominate a game and put the ball in the net, we wouldn't be sat here being annihilated 7-0. We've been absolutely bantered. We've been destroyed. We've been embarrassed by Gakpo and Salah, Darwin Núñez, Diego Jota. That team today have basically showed you they can't perform at the highest level. They can't go for the rest of the season. I don't know what to say. That those players are getting away with the same shit that they did under Solskjaer. Those players are getting away with the same shit that they did under Ralf Rangnick. These are the same players that Mourinho, Van Gaal, David Moyes, Solskjaer, Rangnick all had in charge, all ended up getting the sack because those players could not turn up and perform consistently in the Man United shirt. Those players have basically told Ten Hag, we're done with you. We're done with your tactics. We can't keep up with the rotation you want. We can't keep up with the amount of games we're playing every week. Well, I'm sorry. Your players contracted this football club and you've been destroyed. You've been absolutely embarrassed because the fucking egos of some of you players that is, and quite frankly, don't deserve. They don't deserve protection. They're Man United players. They can stand on their own 2 feet. Stop protecting them. I'm done with these players getting away with the same amount of shit from some of these fringe players. And that should not be in this squad. Some of these players should be nowhere near a Manchester United shirt. Players like Fred, McTominay, they ain't fucking good enough. Dalot, Luke Shaw, Weghorst, they ain't fucking good enough. And people are saying, well, what do you expect Eric Ten Hag to do? He can't rotate every week. He can't play the same team every game. Well, that's what you do. You put your best team out to try and go for the win. That's what you should have done. But unfortunately, when you have got players like Fred and Luke Shaw and Dalot and Scott McTominay, Alanga, playing like that every week, what's that team meant to do? What's that side meant to do? It's not down to the manager. People can pinpoint, oh, this is on Eric Ten Hag and his tactics, and the team he picked should not have been the team he should have selected. What else you expected him to do? He can't work miracles. We're lucky to be still in top 4. And so I tell you what, if that was like that at the start of the season, I don't know where Manchester United would be right now. We're lucky we are where we are. It's just embarrassing. It really is. It's just quite frankly, those players today have shown you that the more opportunities these players get, the more worse it's going to get, I'm afraid. And I tell you what, we do need new owners. We need rich fucking owners coming into this football club, and hopefully the Qataris come through now, because based on that, if I'm the Qatari owners and I want to buy his football club, I wouldn't go anywhere near buying it now, because after that, you can see why the Glazers have ruined this football club. They've absolutely ruined this club. They have bled the club dry and basically expected Ten Hag to go in January. Well, we're selling the football club. We don't really want to buy you any more players. We can only get you loan deals. Well, the problem is, if you're only targeting loan deals like shitty Weghorst and shitty Jack Butland, who doesn't even get a game for this football club, what's the team meant to do? What's Ten Hag meant to do? He ain't Sooty. He ain't fucking Merlin. He ain't a magician. He can't turn in and pull the sword out of the stone from the Disney film. You can't expect this team to keep going till May. And I said that from January onwards. There is no way this team can go till May. It can't. This team will bottle it. This team will get found out. And the team got found out very, very fucking quickly today. That team, they are embarrassing. They're a laughingstock. They're shocking. Amateur footballers. They are amateurs today. They need to hold on, look in a fucking mirror. Because that's how bad it's going to get. The banter we are going to get this week, we absolutely deserve. And Mr. M. the King is right. 7-0 is embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. I want to sit here and cry, but I'm not going to, because I'm not going to let this football club ruin the rest of my weekend. It's embarrassing. Soon as we had that January transfer window, I knew this season was over. I knew this season was fucking over. That team has not improved. That team is the same team that 4, 5, 6 managers have had to get through shit with. I'm not going to calm down. I'm fucking annoyed, because those players should have gone there and won the game. They should have gone there and battered Liverpool. They were there for the taking in their defence, and they sat there and let Liverpool attack them. As soon as they went 1-0 down, they gave up. They didn't want to try. They didn't want to put any more effort in. There's only so much they can do. I'm not forgiving that today. That's embarrassing. Those players should be fucking ashamed. And if those players have got any morale about them, come out and give a fucking apology. Stop protecting them. They're fucking players. And it's the social media companies. Stop fucking protect them as well. You can't say this. You can't say that. What? You're going to sit there and protect them for shit wank performances like that? You're going to sit there and hold their hand for them so their ego only gets a bit bigger up here? Those players today, they don't give a crap. They down-tooled again. This is what happened under Solskjaer. This is what happened under Ralph Rangnick. This happened under fucking Mourinho. The players haven't improved. We've got by, besides some of the results we've had in cup competitions. Basically, we've won the Mickey Mouse Cup and basically thought, you know what? We don't need to win any more trophies. We've won a trophy. What are they all moaning at? We're not satisfied. We're not fucking satisfied. Yeah, exactly. Fucking fatigue. Correct. Fatigue is correct. And please subscribe to the channel, by the way. You're absolutely bang on there. Godfrey Gumasach in the chat, absolutely correct there. Fucking Teague is going to cost this club. You're right. You're fucking right. You are so correct. Fatigue. But the problem is, with that fatigue, as soon as that January transfer window shut, I knew from there, the season is gone. We're not going to win any more trophies. We aren't going to win the title. Fucking forget that. Keep dreaming. The title ain't going to happen. We're in dreamland. I think Man United fans are going to win the league. We can't compete with Arsenal. We can't compete with Man City. We honestly cannot compete. We can't compete. We're shit. How we beat Barcelona and Man City and Spurs and Arsenal and Liverpool at home, and we've gone to Anfield and been dicked. That is not acceptable. But the manager is not to blame. Yes, he picks the team and yes, he picks the players. But like Godfrey has said in the chat, the fatigue is now starting to show for this rest of the team. Yeah, he looked absolutely humbled. I completely agree. Lissandro Martinez today absolutely shown That team can't play every game. But the problem is, we haven't got the backup. We haven't got the squad depth. And people are saying, well, you've got players returning from injury. But half those players we've got, really, in my opinion, wouldn't get in an Arsenal team. They wouldn't get in a Man City team. They wouldn't get in a Chelsea team. They wouldn't get in a Spurs or a Liverpool team after those players. And please both subscribe in the chat, by the way, because you're absolutely bang on right as well. Martinez today, absolutely humbled at the back. But what we're doing by bringing him off and then switching Luke Shaw to centre-back when he's a left-back, what are we doing with the tactics? Why are we playing players out of position that ain't their best? And you know what? You're right as well in the chat. I am to fatigue do in the chat. It said Wan-Bissaka is the best. Do you know what? You're bang on right. Wan-Bissaka really should have started at right back today. Diego Dalot, we need to talk about this because I'm sick to death of players like this getting game time under this manager. But the problem is, the summer transfer window, people were saying, oh, Man United have had such a great summer transfer window in 2022. It was shit. They didn't deliver Gakpo. They didn't deliver Urin Timber. They didn't deliver João Felix in January. Didn't deliver Gakpo in January. They could have delivered Marcus Thuram in January. There are so many options this team could have gone for to play in this team for the future and basically said, you know what? We can't deliver anymore. We're selling the club. We're going to piss off. We're going to let you deal with the mess. Well, I'm telling you what, the fans and supporters are not doing enough. We need to force these owners out. We need to start forcing the Glazers out because I tell you what, if they're still here in the summer, hypothetically, if the Glazers are still here in the summer, could you imagine what the summer transfer window is going to be like? Because in January, basically, they waved the white flag. They got the Dido song on and basically waved the white flag. As soon as they knew they put the club up for the sale, they basically said to Ten Hag, we can't really get you any more players. We can do you loan deals because all the money's dried up in the piggy bank. And Mr. M. the King completely right in the chat again. Anthony Alanga for Marcus Rashford. I mean, what the fuck is that all about? But that again clearly shows you what the fuck is Weghorst doing that team. Weghorst really should have been an option off the bench. Weghorst, for me, is massively overhyped, massively overrated. And the problem is people out there saying Weghorst really should be starting for Man United. He's shown it in performances. Well, I'm sorry. We don't have a centre-forward. We actually don't. I completely agree with you. We don't have a centre-forward at this football club. We've basically got Rashford to deliver all our goals. Marcus Rashford again today. What's fucking happened in the last two games? Against West Ham, shows nothing. Against Liverpool, is basically outplayed by Van Dijk and co. Doesn't offer no threat going forward. But the problem is, what I'm getting sick of, why do we keep players like Marcel, Luke Shaw, Diego Dalot, McTominay, Fred, who aren't good enough? Why can't this football club be brutal? I don't know what to say. I'm just fucking so fucked off. I know Marcel Sabitzer for prime Casemiro, but the problem is Sabitzer should be starting games. Fred is never going to be good enough. 50 million for Fred. 50 million. Yeah, Marcel should be playing. But the problem is with Marcel, he's injury prone. What are we meant to do? Wave a magic wand and heal him from his injuries? Why didn't they sell Marcel last summer? And the problem is, half those players we can't sell are on ridiculous wages a week and no one else wants them. And the problem is, no other club is going to pay the wage they want. And that's going to be the problem in the summer because apparently we've got to sell to buy again. Well, if the Qataris come in, it needs to be open checkbook. Go and get whoever you want. Open checkbook. We need at least, if I'm really being frank now, from what I've seen today, we need 500 to 600 million net spend in the summer. If we have to break financial fair play rules, go fucking do it. Because other clubs are doing it and are getting away with it. If Premier League clubs are breaking financial fair play, Man United need to join on the bandwagon and do it themselves. Because I'm telling you what, if other clubs can do it and get away with it, then Man United need to do it. They need to be brutal in the summer, and we need to be brutal from now, because I don't want to see half those players anywhere near a Man United shirt again. I'm sick to death of Fred. He is never, ever going to be in the midfield we want. When we brought Fred, 50 million, Shakhtar Donetsk went to the bank and fucking laughed. That says a lot. They knew Fred was shit for them and basically saw a profit as soon as they sold him. Fred's never going to improve. Fred is always going to be crap. He's never going to improve. Scott McTominay would be lucky if he played for a team like Leicester. Is never going to be the prime answer for that midfield. He's never, ever going to be good enough. Why can't we sell him? Because of the ridiculous wages Scott McTominay is on. Scott McTominay's on over 100 grand a week at this football club. It's the same with Diego Dalot. Right back, nightmare. We should have went nowhere near Dalot today. I am sick to death of players like that being given an opportunity when they don't fucking deserve it. None of those performances have improved. But will it improve the team? This result today, give them the kick they need. They have been too inconsistent. But the problem is you should be going to Anfield and losing 7-0. We should not be turning up like that and playing the way we did. To be honest, this loss will improve Man United for the future. It shows my problems in the team. Yeah, the problems are clear to see. We've got bad recruitment, muppet owners that don't get forced out. The fans and supporters are not doing enough. They've got all hyped over recent results and thought to themselves, why should the Glazers go now? Because things are improving. We've won a trophy. We've basically won the Mickey Mouse Cup, and we've got to still play Real Betis at home and away, Chelsea at home, Spurs away, and we still got FA Cup. I mean, will we miss out on top four? Is my question now, because I don't know what to say. We should just not have gone and performed how we did. It's embarrassing. And players like I feel sorry for today, again, I couldn't understand why we deployed Weghorst up front when he's completely and utterly crap. I mean, he's not improved this club since we signed him on loan. He has scored 1 goal in 9 games, and apparently he was the answer to all of Manchester United's goal-scoring problems. Well, I'm sorry, he's not. He ain't the answer. And I'm sorry, Man United did have the money for Gakpo. They had the money for João Felix. And they did have the money for Marcus Thuram. They should have gone and spent the money the manager wanted, because they were so eager to get Marcel Sabitzer in on loan from Bayern Munich. Apparently, they then had the money to make it permanent. So if you had the money then for make Sabitzer permanent, you shouldn't have gone and got Cody Gakpo, who absolutely showed today why Man United missed out on him. Completely showed today. Man United should have found the money. They cannot keep using financial fair play as an excuse. They cannot keep using financial fair play as a joke just to get out of their own trouble. I'm sorry, loads of other clubs across Europe are breaking financial fair play. PSG are doing it. Man City are doing it. Every other Premier League club is doing it. Man United need to jump on that bandwagon and break financial fair play and get the players you need, because the only way this team's going to... If you've got to break and bend the rules, you're going to have to do it. But don't keep using financial fair play as an excuse, because this football club ain't struggling. We all know it ain't. It's just a bollock PR team that the Glazers are probably going to come out with tonight to deflect off the blame off the players and the manager. But Eric Ten Hag ain't the problem. And people saying, oh, you need to sack the manager. He ain't good enough against top 6 clubs. Well, we're lucky to be in top 4. We're lucky to basically be back in the Champions League next season. We're still in the FA Cup. We won the Carabao Cup. We're still in the Europa League. I don't see any other top 6 clubs left in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and hardly any other clubs that are left in the Europa League. I mean, so I feel sorry for Jadon Sancho today as well. I feel sorry for Jadon Sancho. I mean, why hasn't he started today on the left wing, put Rashford down the middle and then Anthony on the right? I mean, we paid £85 million for Anthony and did absolutely fuck all on that right wing today. I'm now starting to question, is he the answer long term? Jadon Sancho really should have been deployed on the left wing. It's his best position that he is for Manchester United, and really doesn't work off the right. But the problem is, I think we're so stuck with the presence of Weghorst up front all the time. The players and the team have got so used to him not putting the ball in the net. They know the confidence and the ability isn't going to be there for Weghorst to improve the team or to improve the players. It shows in complete how in disarray Manchester United were today. And I felt sorry for Garnacho as well, because he was our best player against West Ham in the FA Cup on Wednesday night. He was our best player. I mean, the goal he got to get us the lead and then to help finish the game off with Weghorst for Fred to tap the third in. How has Garnacho been put back on the bench again? He's our best hope off the bench, and we're relying him on. He's only 18. It shows we haven't got the squad depth, and the fatigue is right. We've got so much fatigue in that team. I think the injuries to Donny, Van der Beek and Eriksen have cost this club. But I don't see why fringe players like Fred and McTominay should be anywhere near this team. They shouldn't even be near a shirt. Luke Shaw, I mean, what the fuck is going on with Luke Shaw at left back as well? I've been saying this about Luke Shaw for fucking years and no one's listening. He is never, ever going to be the left-back prime for the future. Luke Shaw, for me, is done after this tonight. I am sick to death of Luke Shaw. He's absolutely shambolic. He's an absolute embarrassment to the shirt and offers nothing going forward. And his aggression and his overplay derails the back four. He presses too high up the pitch. We're empty at left-back, and you've got Salah and co running down the left wing, right wing against Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is nowhere to be seen. He's like Casper that goes and basically just stands there and lets Salah, Firmino and co absolutely rip the back four apart from start to finish. I am embarrassed for those players because they have shown you today they are an embarrassment to the football club. They don't even deserve no remorse after this. They deserve no praise, no justification. No, they don't deserve a high five or anything, because they today have been absolutely shown up that those players today have got too used to their own fucking standards. Yeah, counter-attack was too bad for today. Yeah, the counter-attack went there, and we simply didn't create the opportunities we could have created. Liverpool's back four, for me, is probably the weakest in the Premier League this season with the amount of goals they've conceded, especially when they got annihilated 5-2 by Real Madrid, basically bossering another Champions League cup they could win, but they're not going to win it this season. They are going to go out the UEFA Champions League. It shows today that we can simply, as soon as we went 1-0 down, it's like the game was gone. Man United gave up. And I don't like that. When you're going 1-0 down and you can still win the game and you gave up, it basically shown today those players long-term, is half that team the answer? No, it's not. That team ain't the answer. It's really, really not. Those players need to be told, and they need to be told now, half your futures lie away from Old Trafford. I don't want any more of some of those players anywhere near a Man United shirt ever again. We need to start being brutal. No more Fred, no more McTominay, no more Alanga, no more Delo, no more Luke Shaw. Players like that should be nowhere near that team in the first place. To bring them on and to start after them today, it basically shown the game was won, lost as soon as we announced the team sheet. Liverpool knew Man United were vulnerable, but I didn't expect to lose 7-0. Though in the last two seasons, Manchester United have conceded 7, 11, 16 goals against Liverpool in the last two seasons. And it ain't Erik ten Hag's fault. You can't point the finger at Erik ten Hag. Ain't his fault. But he does pick the team, and he is going to have to take some responsibility. But like I said, he's lucky to get Man United where they are. But to lose the way we did today, I feel sorry for him. But he's been underlined. He's been fed to the wolves. He's basically said, improve the current wank squad you've got. Improve the current crop of crap you've got. Ain't going to happen. He can't work miracles from half those players. I mean, it shows. Like, I don't know where we go from here. This could derail the season. This annihilation today could absolutely derail Manchester United. It could absolutely derail the rest of the season. This season could be a write-off now. And it was a write-off since January. It was a write-off since January, in my opinion. I thought the season was gone then. And in my opinion now, I think this season's gone. I think the players for the rest of the season are going to down tools, and I think the confidence is going to be gone. I think the mentality is going to be shot. And I feel like, you know, I just don't see how we improve after this. Will Man United players learn from this lesson? No, they won't, because that result is going to be so stuck in their minds and in the system. The cohesion's going to be gone. And I completely agree with you again. Shaw and Delo is shit. And you like Wan-Bissaka and Malacia, I thought both of them should have started today. I honestly could not see why both of them have not featured in the last two games, especially off the bench. Players like that really should have been starting away to Liverpool. They would have not been able to get through our back four like they did today. And it showed that we are so vulnerable when we play teams like Liverpool. It shows the vulnerability for Man United is so clear to see. That team basically told you today, we can't keep this up week in, week out. We don't want to win any more trophies. We can't keep the same team. But the problem is, really, Erik ten Hag really should look at that midfield and look at that back four, and he look at that attack. I don't see any confidence in all three of those positions, and in goal as well. I thought De Gea's positioning for some of those goals has to be questioned today. But the back four in front of it, I think we've been so comfortable with Varane and Sandro Martinez all season, and they've been absolutely torn apart today. I could not understand what has gone wrong since we turned up to Anfield this afternoon to play Liverpool. We basically, it just looked like a completely different team. That wasn't Manchester United. That was like being battered by a Premier League team who you're playing a relegation rival. That, for me, is a relegation performance. That's like watching Bournemouth every week. That's like watching Southampton and teams like Everton. That is the standard of how shocking that was today. United down tools. They gave up on you today, and they gave up on the fans. And I feel sorry for the fans and supporters because we're the best thing ever to happen to this football club. This football club is nothing without the fan base. It really, really isn't. That club is nothing without us today. And I feel sorry for them because the fans have probably given up a lot of their time, their energy and their money to go and watch United play Liverpool. And they've been done like that. And you think to yourself, do you know what? Why do the fans still stand by the club? Why do they still go and buy merchandise? Why do they still back these owners we've got? Why do they still put money into the club? Because this is the bloody problem. The fan base ain't doing enough to force the Glazers out. There needs to be protest every away game and every home game. A lot more needs to be done now. That team has had a massive wake-up call today. I can't forgive the players for that. I really cannot forgive them. I cannot stand the shambles they've been today. I can't forgive those players after that. And from going from the season onwards, I can't trust those players to perform now. I'm dreading what's going to happen Thursday night against Real Betis at home. I'm absolutely dreading what's going to happen then because Manuel Pellegrini, ex-Man City manager, could do a job over Man United. He's got Real Betis playing some fucking good stuff in the Liga this season. And the problem is Real Betis are going to come up to Old Trafford now thinking, do you know what? There's an opportunity to do Man United over here. They've conceded 7 in their last game. Let's take an opportunity and himp the misery on them more. I just don't see how we can take another defeat. Will ten Hag still be here in the morning? I think, of course, he will. I don't think they're going to sack him. But you know what? Nothing surprises me with this football club. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. Every single person that's watching this right now, please subscribe to the channel new because I just feel like as a community, as a channel, we need to do more about having our views and opinions heard more at this football club because this is going to get worse. We are going to get so much banter this week. But the players need to take a massive responsibility for today. They gave up, and if the fighting is amongst the players again, this season could just be an absolute car crash. And I feel sorry for players like Casemiro and Rashford and, Varane Martinez because they haven't experienced that type of annihilation this season. Oh, I forgot they have. They got battered 6-3 away to Man City. So that's 13 goals conceded against probably the best two Premier League teams from the last 2 or 3 seasons. That's so bad. That is fucking horrendous. 13 goals conceded between Man City and Liverpool this season. It just shows that, do you know what? We aren't on their level. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'll sub to your channel as well. I'll keep your comments in the chat, by the way. Or send me another comment on another video. I just feel like we need to do more because I can't accept that today. And I feel like sorry for Eriksen and Donny van der Beek because I feel like the midfield today, it was lost soon as Fred was on the team sheet. We are missing Eriksen's ability. We are missing Van der Beek's quality on the ball. Without Van der Beek and Eriksen, this midfield was screwed since January. Sabitzer wasn't enough. They should have found the money to then go and get another midfielder and Cody Gakpo because we have missed out on Cody Gakpo and look what he's done. Absolutely ripped Man United to shreds. It's like shredding paper through a shredder. That is how shredded Man United were today. It was like shredded wheat in a cereal bowl. We were so shredded apart. It was like watching a League Two club get dismantled in the FA Cup by a Premier League team. That is how bad it is. And it's just, I don't know where we go from there. I blame the players. I do not blame the manager, but I would love to see what Erik ten Hag's quotes are going to be after this game. And do you know what? I would not blame him if he absolutely rips into this team, because I feel like I need to go and ask NASA and borrow the space shuttle and ask if I can borrow a rocket to shove so far up those players' ass. They're going to have to get a shovel to start digging the shit out of that performance today. Those players I just can't stand, because I knew results like this were going to happen. I had a gut feeling today. I thought to myself, do you know what? We're not going to beat Liverpool today. We are going to get absolutely destroyed. And that today was an outcry of, that team's done. That team is knackered. That team is on its knees. That team is so fatigued. I don't see how any more improvement is going to come out of those players. I feel like this season is going to derail now. I feel like, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if we got the Europa League. It wouldn't surprise me if we sacrificed the FA Cup. And do you know what? Exactly, I completely agree with you. And please subscribe to the channel, by the way, Tech. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. I completely agree with you. Anyway, this is good because we need new owners. Yeah, we do need owners. We need the Qataris to come in and buy this club. And we need a brand new stadium, brand new first team, brand new reserves, brand new academy, state-of-the-art everything in every single fucking department. And the manager needs to be given an open checkbook. He needs to be given every penny he gets in the summer. If that's 500 to 600 million needs to be spent in the summer, go and do it. Go and get 8, 9, 10 players that are actually going to be able to fight with this team week in, week out, because I feel like this season we've overachieved. Let's not beat around the bush. We've overachieved under 10 out this season. We really shouldn't be in top 4. We shouldn't be anywhere near Champions League football. We shouldn't have won the Carabao. I'm not going to calm down because I'm so angry at those players. There was no need to go and perform like that today. And I agree with your comment. I need to try and cool down. I do agree. But I don't feel like I should have the need to calm down, because those players are shambolic today. They've been an absolute embarrassment to the shirt. They're an embarrassment to the badge. They've been an embarrassment as soon as that first ball was kicked. 1-0 down and you're down tools and gave up. That's not Man United spirit. That's not what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 games in the Man United team. We go on and fight and get the result we need. We go a goal down to West Ham. We get the equaliser. We get the second goal. We get the third goal, and we go on and win the game. Why couldn't we have done that today? We could cope with Liverpool's attacking threat. And Firmino scores a goal. Is leaving Liverpool on the free in the summer. I'd be doing everything I can to get him at Man United next season, because we actually do need a striker. If Firmino's the answer, I would actually go and get him. And Salah as well. I mean, fucking hell. Couldn't cope with him today and couldn't cope with Gakpo. But, I mean, the first goal, I mean, we've been ripped apart. Liverpool play one simple ball through Fred and Delo. They're both nowhere near. And Cody Gakpo's got a free shot at goal. But De Gea's just standing there. I mean, what's gone wrong with De Gea again? Half those goals, he just stands there. Not even attempting to save half those shots on goal. And like I said, it could have been 8. It could have been 9. It could have been 10. It could have been so much more today. It was just shambolic. There's no forgiveness for me. I'm not forgiving those players. I'm not going to accept an apology now. You now need to put things right. Go and apologise to the fans. Apologise to the owners. Don't apologise to the owners. Go up to the boardroom and demand you fucking go in the summer and let the Qataris come in and we rebuild this club. I'd live with 2-0, but not 7-0. Do you know what? Yeah, I agree. I would have lived with a 2-0 defeat, not 7-0. Liverpool on 7-11 right now. And please subscribe to the channel, mate, by the way. You're an absolute legend. You're completely correct. You're absolutely right. We could have lived with a 2-0 defeat, not lose 7-0 to your fucking arch rivals, Liverpool. They've been nowhere near top 4. And if they get top 4 and we don't, that Liverpool result will bring haunting memories back. I think some Man United fans are probably hiding behind the sofa right now because they're so angry and they're so fucked off with what those players have shown today. We're going on longer tonight because I'm not done with this yet. I'm going to go as long as I like and give those players the reality check they need, because you can't perform like that. You can't. And I'm sorry. Rashford you can't rely on. I said this last season and I keep saying it again. Rashford's nowhere near today. Absolutely no chances are created for him. Makes too many early runs beyond the back 4 and is completely offside. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, how dare he demands that he comes off? That's our captain. Yeah, I think the players do want the Glazers out. but they're not pushing for it. And the fans and supporters aren't pushing enough. It's all gone silent again. We should be protesting every game. If we truly want new owners, we need to be doing it every week, not every other game. It needs to be full throttle. And that is my problem. The longer this gets, the worse the circumstances are going to get. I don't know what's going to happen to this team now, but I tell you what, loads more needs working on. I don't blame Varane for this mess, but he was poor today. I mean, you've got 2 World Cup winning centre-backs at centre-back for you and basically have sat there and let Liverpool attack you. I mean, we've got our best 2 centre-backs in the Premier League by a mile. And basically, we have let Liverpool attack us. It was like watching a cat chasing a pigeon and the pigeon's been caught and the cat can't, and the pigeon can't get away. That is what Man United turned into. We turned into the pigeon and basically sat there and let Liverpool keep going at us, plucking all the feathers out of us and getting the fresh, juicy meat that they wanted to eat. It showed today we just could not handle Liverpool. I mean, Weghorst has been a disaster for signing. We should have went nowhere near. And like people said in January, if the owners weren't so tight on their shoestring budget, we wouldn't have gone anywhere near Weghorst today. There's your answer, people. Weghorst has been shit. He's offered nothing going forward. What a PR disaster for signing. Let's get behind Weghorst. Let's give him a chance. No, I'm not convinced of that. You can't play players like Weghorst. 7-0 is shameful. Arsenal fans are going to have a joke on us. Yeah, I completely agree with your comment again. Arsenal fans, Man City fans, Spurs fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans are going to be sat there fucking laughing their socks off right now at us. And we deserve it. We deserve to get the laughter we've shown at us. Malacia, I mean, we're bringing him on in the second half and the game's basically gone anyway. Just then after these players' confidence a little bit more and let the enthusiasm dry out the team. Scott McTominay, was at fault for goal number 5, or was it goal number 4? The ball deflects off his leg and it runs straight to Salah, and Salah has pounced on it and blasted it in past De Gea, and De Gea has just stood there like a statue. That goal was very unlucky, but that is Scott McTominay as a whole. He cannot do the midfield job that Erik ten Hag requires. Why can't we just... Yeah, Maguire and Fred's 30th birthday's been ruined, yeah. Do you know what? Let me get their birthday cake for them and throw it fucking both in their face. Because half of those 2 have been responsible for that today as well. We've got no leaders in that team. We have got no captain. We have got no role model. We've got no one that's got any confidence to deliver on the big game. We have got no inspirational people in that team that give you any confidence going forward for the rest of the season. I don't see any leadership. All I see is bottle jobs. All I see is inconsistent crap. I think in West Ham match, the threat showed up, but our changes changed the game and we won in the last 30 minutes. But against Liverpool, you can't be like that. If you do, then they will show you the real world. Exactly. Mohamed Fetakaya, please subscribe to the chat. That is the best comment in this chat today. And Harishka Shanaka, the debacle will be hard to content with, but to be honest, as a United fan, I will not be all pessimistic about whining about this squad. It has given us the greatest hopes of revival after all. Please subscribe both to the channel, by the way. Yeah, I agree with both your comments. I do agree. But you don't turn up playing like that. That is shameful. That's embarrassing. I do agree with both your comments, though. You're both right, and please both subscribe to the channel, because you're right. You are completely correct, and I agree with you. Your opinion is valid. Your opinion is true, and I like that about both of you. The opinions are both right, but what annoyed me, you've gone from a winning team against West Ham and basically fucking rotated the hell out of it. Garnacho really should have been starting this game today. Sancho should have started this game today. Anthony, we paid 85 million for, has done fuck all in 90 minutes. Is he the answer on the right wing long term now? I don't know. I honestly do not know how we can get around this today. I honestly do not know how we get around this. I don't see how now this is going to affect the squad. How is this going to affect the team? But the debacle is we should not turn up playing like that. You don't play Liverpool the way you did today. We were good for 40 minutes, and as soon as the first goal came, we absolutely collapsed. We basically turned into Bournemouth. We basically turned into a team like Southampton and Everton. That's the type of results both of those clubs produce. We turned up and we played like that. I mean, I'm going longer tonight because I'm so angry about what I've witnessed today. I can't forgive what I've had to witness for 90 minutes. I would have rather gone and watched Lego Masters Australia than watch that pile of shit. And I'm actually at the moment watching the IndyCar, which is a lot more fucking entertaining than what Man United showed in 90 minutes. A lot more entertaining, a lot more thrilling, and a lot more exciting, and a lot more energy and passion that team didn't show. They didn't show any heart today. They gave up. They gave up on the fans. They shat on the supporters again. I mean, I can't forgive that. You've basically said to the fans, do you know what? Fuck you, up yours again. We don't care anymore. We've won a trophy. What are you lot moaning at? What, the Mickey Mouse Cup? In the Carabao Cup that no one absolutely gives a fuck about. And the problem is tonight, those players will get criticism, but social media will be jumping on them to like Rash thinking, oh, quick, we've got to protect them. You can't say this about them. You can't say this. You can't say that. I can say what the fuck I want about them. I'm sick to death of player protection. They're fucking adults. They're human beings. They're basically footballers. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. I've been a United fan since I was 11. And that today sums up our season. We get sticked 6-3 away to Man City. We then get annihilated 7-0 by Liverpool and turn up like that. Do you know what? They didn't even go over to the fans at full time. No apology, no nothing. Basically, walked off, fuck you, basically. That's the players for this football club we've got. The mentality is gone. The charisma in that team, it's like watching old children's TV series. It's like watching, I don't know, I don't know where we go from here. What's going to happen now? This team has had the reality check because we have overachieved. We have been, good this season in some points. But to get dicked away by Arsenal, we didn't beat Arsenal away. Didn't beat Liverpool away. Didn't beat Man City away. But we can beat these clubs at home. Our away record is shite. It's absolutely shite. And the home record's great. We've improved at home. But we've been reliant where we are because of the cup competitions we're in. I think Man United, all for one, gave up on the Premier League. They knew the gap to Man City and Arsenal's gone. But they could have at least fought on today and fight and show some charisma in that 90 minutes. It showed to the world today that there is still so much improvement needed at Man United next season. If we only get 3 or 4 players in the summer, that ain't enough. Because I tell you what, good luck getting rid of players we've got out on loan like Eric Bailly, Tellez, Phil Jones, Mengi, Twanzebe. Players like that, and McTominay and Fred, Elanga, Weghorst, Jack Butland and co. McTominay, Fred, Martial, Luke Shaw, Delo, Malacia, Wan-Bissaka. I complete agree with this chat again. Absolutely bang on. Let me tell you a funny story. I said to my girlfriend today, let's watch this match together. I feel something different will happen in this match. And after the third goal, my girl went to sleep. Yeah, Man United put me to sleep. Absolutely put me to sleep. United fell apart. It's like Man United had been in a coma and they've woken up from that coma and they've played like that. We fell asleep. We did not wake up from our own slumber. And unfortunately today, you fall asleep against Liverpool, they will damage you. They will damage you. And they damage Man United's reputation. The praise and the hope, I feel like it's going to die. I honestly think Man United could be on their knees now because they don't know how they could be able to improve the results. Because those players are going to have a massive inquest tonight about how the fuck that's gone wrong. Did something happen on the coach before the game? Did the players argue? Was there a fight? Because in the first 40 minutes, we played really good and then just fell asleep. it was night and day of what I've seen from Man United this season. I thought, if we come in the Carabao Cup, this might do something for the rest of the season. Has the Carabao Cup cursed this club? Has winning that trophy done the club over? Has it basically said, you know what? You may have won this trophy, but don't expect much more. I don't know. I'm not going to cry because I'm not going to let the emotions get the best of me because I'm strong like that. And I've got a lot more entertaining this evening than watching fucking highlights. Because I'll tell you what, if people think about tuning into Match of the Day 2 tonight, I would, but then I'd go and get a blanket and hide behind a sofa and cover your eyes because tonight you do not want to watch Liverpool Man United highlights. It's just that is the worst result ever I've seen in my history. I thought the 5-0 home defeat at Old Trafford to Liverpool was bad. To lose 7-0 is just shambolic. To lose like that the way we've lost, it shows that it ain't the manager's fault. Erik ten Hag is doing the best of what he's got. But he knew from January, and I think he knew himself, that he was getting fucked over by the board. He was getting fucked over by the owners because he wanted certain players and they said no. As soon as the club's put up for the sale, the best thing the Glazers should have done was, if they want to sell the club and get the value they want, they should have look, we're going to invest in the team, we'll go and get you 3-4 new players in January, buy new players, we'll get the money what we want for the club, we'll sell, and then we'll fuck off back to America. The problem is the Glazers should have been forced out when they tried to put us in the European Super League. Those players tonight need to demand from the board, fuck off out this club, because half this shit we've got now, I'm hoping we're not going to see it next season, but the worry is half these fringe players have been given more than one opportunity to play. Erik ten Hag really should have put his best team out every game. That is what you do as a manager if you're a manager for a football club. You put your best team out every single game. You play your best team with your best players. Players like Delo, Luke Shaw should be nowhere near the first team. Same with McTominay and Fred, same with Weghorst, and same with Alanga. I'm saying with a lot more. The team today, it really should have been De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Malacia. It should have been Sabitzer, Fernandes, Casemiro, Sancho, Rashford, and Anthony. That should have been the team. And I think the team's been worked out now. People know how we're playing. People know what to do. And that is the problem. We've been figured out today. We've been shown up massively. We've been just absolutely diabolical. Absolutely. Do you know what? I'm ashamed to be a Man United fan right now because you get so hyped and you get so excited and so optimistic that its teams turning a corner. This team ain't turning corners. We're turning more corners than a fucking roundabout in the middle of the road. That is what's going to happen. It's just shambles. And I hope ten Hag does not come out and defend the players. Because it ain't the manager's fault. Those players need to come out and say, look, that game was on us. We had the responsibility of getting the result. We didn't perform at our best. We were embarrassing. We were shocking, quite frankly, shit. We were wank at times. And you know what? I'm done with commentating and saying, if you're any bad language or anything, we apologise. I couldn't give a shit if there's bad language. That's actually showing your passion and your hunger to win on the pitch. So Sky and BT can come out and say, we're sorry for the amount of language you hear. I couldn't give a fuck about the language in the game. It is perfectly fucking natural for swearing to be in the game. Stop apologising and just get on with it. It just is shambles from Man United. Absolutely shambles. And you know what? If ten Hag comes out and takes full responsibility, I would not blame ten Hag if he walked away at the end of the season saying, do you know what? Fuck your rebuild. Fuck this team. Fuck these players. I'm off. I'm going to go to a proper football club with a proper foundation, proper owners who are going to deliver me the players and the team that I want. Because as long as I'm here and the Glazers are in the summer, we are screwed. Bob the Builder couldn't fix this team tonight. Bob the Builder couldn't fix us. Because that's how broken we've been. That is how shit we've been. That is how awful we've actually been from start to finish. We have been absolutely fucking abysmal. I'm ashamed. Absolutely ashamed. And the problem is, if those players come out and get protected, they're going to get all the credentials they want. But thanks for protecting our egos. We're sorry about today. We'll turn it round. We'll deliver in the next game. We'll get the result. No more forgiveness. Stop protecting those players. They're not school kids. They don't need their hand being held. We're not crossing a road. Give the players the shit they deserve. Go for those players on social media. And if they do, I fucking applaud it. Go for them. Absolutely go to them. Delo turns into Pro Max Maguire. Don't even get me started on Delo. Should have went nowhere near him under Mourinho. Absolutely wank right back. Absolutely shit. Can't run. Can't pass. Can't put a decent ball into the box. I don't understand why we're putting left backs on corners. We need to have two decent crossers in the box who can actually put a decent delivery into the pit on the pitch. We're putting left backs on corners because that's how wank we are. I mean, I'd love to know what has gone on before this game because United didn't turn up. We could have won that game in the first half because Liverpool was so wide open at the back. We could have gone and got a few goals ourselves and the game would have been won. But it's like when you go 1-0 down, it's like the team just felt defeated. It was like, fucking hell, this is Man United. To lose 7-0 is just frightening. You don't... I do not know where we go from here. I think the team will have a wake-up call they deserve. I feel like get off the manager. But don't he then come out and protect them. Because if he does, then that is just shameful on Manchester United that we're protecting these players again. And the players will get shit from this tonight. Fans will go for them. And I do not blame them. Do you know what? I will fucking applaud it if fans go for these players tonight. They don't deserve protection on social media. They're human beings after all. They deserve the shit they get. They deserve the criticism they get, in my opinion. They deserve what they get called under the sun. I'm sorry. They deserve the crap they get tonight. Because if you protect them after that shameful performance, it shows where your standards are. It shows that this football club has got too many egos to protect. And the problem is, if the players are arguing at full time after getting annihilated like that, is that a positive sign? For me, that is dressing room outbreak cracks are appearing all over again. We're getting a big, massive plaster and we're going to paper over this for the whole week. And we are going to put out so many positive spins over this. They'll do it on Twitter and Instagram and their TikTok. And they'll fucking go for the club like, oh, look, let's protect these players. Let's protect Manchester United. The fans need to turn on these players tonight. We need to turn on them. It's about time the fan base turned on these players. You know what? The fans should storm Old Trafford tonight, get into the stadium and demand these owners go and demand an apology from these players as well. Fucking get into Old Trafford or go to Old Trafford and storm it. Because I tell you what, I'm not accepting that tonight. We cannot go the way we cannot keep playing like that. I dread where the rest of the season is going to go. I dread where the season could end. I dread where the results are going to go now, but we have to pick ourselves up now. For now, there's no excuses from today. United have been fucking shit. We've been a disgrace. We've been awful. We've been horrendous. We've been shocking. We've been dreadful. Every name I could think of, United's name comes under. And I'm not forgiving that today. No chance I'm forgiving that. And if those players want an apology, produce the apology on the pitch because we've only got to play Real Betis in Europa League last 16 first leg on Thursday night. Not like that could go wrong quickly. Oh, it probably could. We'll probably concede 7 again. But losing that today is shameful. Losing that as a Man United fan is... We've been massively disrespected today, and the fans are the best thing that's happened into this club. We stand by them every fucking game, every match. And tonight, it's like if the players have taken a shit. Instead of taking a shit on the toilet, they've taken a shit on the fans and basically expect us to wipe up their own shit for them. Well, I'm sorry tonight, lads, you're not getting away with it. And you won't get away with it at all because you will get targeted tonight. And you know what? I applaud the fans for doing it. About time these players' egos were dented a little bit and given the wake-up call they deserve. And if Ten Hag goes for them, I don't blame him. I would not blame the manager if he kept them behind in the dressing room. I would not blame them if they go full Mets in training this week. But I tell you what, as soon as that January transfer window shut, I knew the season was over. As soon as we signed pathetic Weghorst, shit Jack Butland and Sabitzer, who doesn't even get into the team, I knew this season was going to be over. We'll win about 1 trophy, get top 4, and everyone will get their dicks out about it and celebrate it like it's brilliant. I'm not celebrating this tonight. How can we just sit there and celebrate? It's not fair. Yeah, Ten Hag is the main reason we lost the game with this result. Everyone played very poorly, but the first 11 selection and his changes finished us so hard. He lost his mind after the 3rd goal. Yeah, because I don't think he knew what to do. But yet again, he hasn't got the options off to the bench. You need a world-class backup for Rashford and Fernandes, Casemiro, Varane, Martinez, Antony, Sancho. You need world-class backups to every squad player you've got, and we don't have that. That is the problem. We don't have the world-class backups we need. We do not have that in this team, and I'm going to keep calling it as is. That is on the January transfer window. If you would have delivered a proper striker, proper midfielders, proper centre-backs, a proper goalkeeper, we would not be in this mess. But Ten Hag didn't know what to do because he doesn't have the options, because he knows half that bench he can't rely on. He only has Garnacho and Sabitzer that can make a statement. That's all he's got off the bench. I would rather now go to Sunderland, recall Ahmad off his loan and put him in that team. That is what I would do now. If we've got any common sense about us at all, or we've got any integrity, that football club needs to do something, and it needs to do it quick, because we cannot keep this result in our minds for Thursday, because the players are going to be on the floor tonight. That is on them. That ain't on the manager. But he has to take responsibility because he picked the team, and as soon as the third goal's in, it goes mental. We concede another 4 fucking goals. I mean, losing 7-0. I mean, he would have fucking thought that today when they woke up as a Man United fan. United would lose 7-0 to Liverpool. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, thanks for ruining my weekend. Hashtag again. Hashtag United are awful. But I don't blame the manager for the whole performance. He has to pick a team, otherwise we don't play the game. He has to pick half these players because he knows he hasn't got the players he wants. If you were to deliver a decent transfer window and a decent summer transfer window in 2022, we would not be here where we are today. We would not have lost this game 7-0. That's on the owners again. And as long as these owners are in, and as long as these Muppets own this club, we are in big, big trouble. No, we are. We're in big trouble tonight. And if I was the Qataris, don't come by this club. Move fucking far away from it as possible, because they're going to look at that tonight and thinking, fucking hell, we bid $5 billion for this club last week and we want to buy it. We're either having a laugh or having a giraffe. We want to buy this club, and they've been dick 7-0 by Liverpool. Quick, withdraw the bid, quick. Withdraw it. Let Sir Jim Ratcliffe sort the mess out. Let him sort the mess out. That is the type of owners we need. We need the Qataris to come in and rip this club up from top to bottom. And if they've got to rip half this squad up, do it. If you've got to terminate half these contracts for these players, fucking do it. If that is the type of intensity we need rebuild. Massive, massive rebuild. And I hope we do it. I hope we can come out of tonight with the Qataris are going to process the bid quicker. They're going to get the process into the final stage and they buy the club and the Glazers are gone. But they can't paper over this tonight, because United fans aren't going to forget it. We deserve an apology. We deserve some respect on our shoulders that we've gone and watched that pile of wank tonight and they've played like that. It's not forgivable. I'm sorry. It's not. Because that should not have happened today. No one thought in their mind that, you're going to wake up to that. It's fucking hell. It's just a nightmare of a weekend for Manchester United. And it's quite frankly, it's annoying because you look at the few past results and United have played really well and we've won the trophy, and it's like our season's just fucking derailed. And I don't know what this is going to do for the season, but I feel sorry for Ten Hag. It's not his fault. It's the board, it's the owners, it's this squad. I think he knows that he's looked at this team now. He thinks to himself, fucking hell, I've come here and I'm going to look at next season. I think to myself, if I don't get the players in then, where do we finish next season? Well, your guess is good as mine, because I'm embarrassed, and a massive apology to every Man United fan out there for what you've had to witness and go through today. You don't deserve that. We do not deserve the way that team performed and showed up today. You don't deserve that at all. It's not your fault. Don't put any blame on your shoulders. Just applaud your challenge of, you're still there at the end, some of you, and I don't blame the fans for walking out of Anfield, because you deserve better than that. You deserve a lot better. If those players do not come out and apologise, then it shows where their feelings are. It shows where their standards are. They're human beings after all. And if they can't even come out with an apology, I mean, fucking hell, we're going to be in for a tough week. And it's only going to get tougher because we've only got Europa League, and then we've got Southampton at home, Betis away next week, and then we've got no week after that, and then we've got We only got us to play Tottenham away and Chelsea at home still, so it's not like a lot more could go wrong, or could it? But yeah, that is it. We've lost 7-0 to Liverpool, and it's just a wake-up call for Man United. And it's like I said, I'm giving my man of the match to the fans and supporters because you don't deserve that today. I feel sorry for every single one of you that had to turn up and watch that pile of wank perform today. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry for what we've had to witness as a fan base, as a community, as Man United fans and supporters, because we are the best fans in the world. We are the best globally supported football club. Us fans, us supporters, we love Manchester United Football Club with all our heart. But when they perform like that, it's just you don't know where to get the answers for what we've had to witness today. But it's clear to me in complete black and white where it went wrong. It's completely right in front of your eyes where that went wrong. As soon as we went 1-0 down, the game was gone. Second half, 2-0 down, game was finished. So I'm actually going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend and watch the rest of the IndyCar because it's a lot more entertaining than what Man United showed in the first 90 minutes. So go enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. Remember to stay positive and keep your head up, Man United fans. This might give the players the kick they need. Hopefully, we can get an improvement on Thursday night and hopefully, get a result against Real Betis. But I wouldn't even count your chickens now because I'll tell you what could Betis do to Man United Thursday night? I just don't know where this is going to take us. But, try and stay positive. Try and keep your head up. And Man United fans, just go enjoy the rest of the weekend. Don't let that team bother you. Don't let the banter get to you. Don't let the criticism come towards you. Because it ain't the fans' fault. It ain't the supporters' fault. It's that team and those players. Don't pinpoint the problems at Ten Hag. It ain't his fault. He's the manager and he's been hung out to dry by clueless owners, a clueless board and muppets that have bled this club dry from day number one. We're in £500 million of debt and hopefully those muppets will be gone in the summer. But don't keep your head up if they are still here. But yeah. Go and enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. Thanks for joining me for this live match reaction. I'm sorry it ain't the one we wanted, and it's not the result that anyone predicted when they woke up this fucking Sunday morning. It's not the weekend Man United fans expected, and I feel for all of you right now that you deserve a lot better than what you've got, and you deserve a response from the players, and hopefully we will get some kind of apology tonight, or I don't know when, but those players are the one responsible today. They have shown to the world again that they are a joke. Losing 7-0 is complete disaster. Disaster has struck. That's how bad it was. Disaster has struck the club. And Man United have been absolutely annihilated. We were embarrassing in that second half. Ripped apart and shown up to the world that team needs so much work on it in the summer. We need a brand new squad. We need a brand new set of players. And we need to stand by the manager. I can't imagine what this is going to do to Ten Hag now. I can't imagine what he's going to be like with the players. I bet he's ripping them a shred at the moment, but I don't blame him. It's not Ten Hag's fault. We can't pinpoint the problems at him. But yeah, go enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. I hope you enjoyed this match reaction. So please subscribe to United Red Devils 20 on YouTube if you're new. Remember to share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. Remember to always remember, put that notification bell on all times to receive dedicated brand new content planned for the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. We've got brand new Fortnite content coming, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, the new Formula 1 game. We'll be getting a new IndyCar game once that's out as well. More FIFA 23 career mode with Manchester United, Salford City and LAFC. We're also going to be getting loads more brand new games as well, Minecraft as well, more previews, more match reactions. And yeah, obviously, go enjoy the rest of the weekend, Man United fans. Try and think positive and try and somehow go enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Don't let that team get to you and don't let them ruin the rest of your weekend that you've got planned. So go and enjoy yourself. Be nice, be safe and be kind and nice to each other. Join me for the Real Betis preview tomorrow afternoon. Got Europa League last 16 first leg preview for Man United's upcoming home game against Real Betis on Thursday night. So join me for that preview tomorrow afternoon where we're going to deep in-depth look at the game on Thursday night for the preview for the Europa League last 16 first leg. Hopefully we can have a good preview. Hopefully we can talk more about the result of the weekend. Hopefully we get a response from those players and that team on Thursday night, and hopefully we can deliver 2 or 3 more trophies, and hopefully we can end the season on a high because we've got to pick ourselves up. So please join me for the preview tomorrow afternoon. Manchester United versus Real Betis, away for Europa League, last 16 first leg. Go enjoy the rest of the weekend, Man United fans. Go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Don't let our team get to you. Let's just hope we get a decent response and apology off the manager of those players, because United today, have been embarrassing, shocking, and basically been annihilated. 7-0 by Liverpool, something that's not happened since the 1920s. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow afternoon. Go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Be safe, be nice, be kind to each other. Speak to you guys tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for watching. United, you're a joke. You're an embarrassment. And wake the fuck up.